Okay, this video is inspired from an interview I watched a few weeks back, perhaps. It was a yoga teacher who was giving pieces of advice about teaching and how she was doing it and her mindset. And since I'm also a yoga teacher, I thought, why not? That could be interesting. And in the interview, she was saying that for every class, she was getting ready. She was really getting into the mindset, setting all of her problems aside, setting the atmosphere and convincing herself that from now on she had to be a real sunshine and give her students the best experience. So she was mentioning the 5 senses. So when a student would come in, the lights were dimmed, there was good, she had nice essential oils and a good smell, and there was tea in the back of the room where they could just relax, sip some tea before class would begin. She would make sure to give them a warm welcome with their name, introduce herself, and it was all very lovely, very warm, very almost marketing-like, dare I say. You know, when you go to a fancy store with the whole experience, it made me think about espresso stores where they have long queues because people, they just want to experience the place more than buy the product. And it got me thinking that I do the absolute opposite, and I'm happy with it. I don't want to give my students the illusion of a nice experience or the fabricated nice experience. I want them to come to yoga and know that this is a safe space. This is not a space where they have to have fun and enjoy the way you would at an after work, for instance, where you just put your mask on and you'll have a lovely moment. It's not about that. But you know, it's a place where you get to practice with all you're coming with. So if someone walk in the studio and is, grieving, just broke up with their partner, just had a tough week, a tough day at work, the opposite of what I want, it's for them to think that, okay, now I'm getting in, the atmosphere is nice and I can just smile and be that warm person and pretend and it will all get better. Because the practice goes a bit deeper than that. If it gets better, it's not because, the teacher was so warm and loving and smiling and everyone was pretending and having a sip of coffee and tea and it's because suddenly you're in a space that is safe enough for you to feel everything you've been going through, and have even more space than that. So you have space to feel, but you also have space to make peace with it, to let things move through you, and just give yourself time and kindness in order to go through it all. Which is very different from, we're gonna have a good time. And both are good, both have their place. But in my opinion, the yoga studio is not a place for the after-work experience. And sure, you'll have good reviews, people will be happy and mention it to their friends, I had such a good time. But I don't want people to review my yoga classes with, I had such a good time. I want them to transform and befriend themselves and feel free to grieve and cry and laugh and like feel the whole spectrum of emotion. And I'd rather hear, I feel so safe, than hear, oh, I had such a good time, it was so much fun. Even though we laugh a lot and we do have fun, that's not what I propose. And to go even beyond that, I think the role of a yoga teacher, or a meditation teacher for that matter, is to embody that. And so if whenever you come in and teach, you're always happy and you're always a sunshine and nothing is wrong in your life, and then you're not embodying that, because you also have struggles and you practice through them, hopefully. And that's what you want to show. So it doesn't mean coming and pouring your heart out and just exposing all of your problems and burdening your students with it, but just in a very simple and subtle manner. Be a real human with anxiety, with struggles, with tough days, and showing how practicing meditation or yoga creates a bit of space between, not space between, that's not the right word, but I think safe space, and it's just so hard to summarize it in a few sentences, but it gives you the time and space to just accept that's what you're going through, and suddenly it's not such a burden anymore. Because you have the burden and then you have the pushing away the burden. And the practice works on the pushing away the burden. If suddenly you're like, okay, I'm going through that tough time, I'm sad, and I'm going to teach with my sadness and with my stress, and I haven't slept like last night, my baby was up all night, and I'm coming with all of that, and I'm not pretending, I'm coming with it, and I'm teaching, including all my feelings and making them okay. It will show, your students will feel that you're really practicing alongside them. You're not teaching from a place of, oh, I know better and I know what I'm doing and my life is so perfect. You're coming from a place of, we're all doing the work, and it's a hard work, but it's such a safe and transformative work. And I think that's what I wanted to tell you. So I don't teach nice yoga classes, and even though we laugh a lot, my main focus is for you to come and have space for everything you're going through. Be it joy, happiness, boredom, anger, doubt. And just have those little glimpses of experience of it's all okay. And it sounds a bit shallow when you say it like that, when I say it like that, but it's very deep to just have that, as Tara Brach would say, radical acceptance of what is. It's very nourishing, and it can change your life. It can change your life probably much more than an after work or a time when you have to put a happy mask on. And so any day, either you're a teacher or a student, I would invite you to not skip class because you're feeling a lot, but bring that feeling a lot with you as you would bring a friend, you know. And to some extent, that's what I want to do on YouTube. I don't want many cuts, and I don't want a perfect everything, perfect tone. I don't want 100 retakes. I want a space where we can just talk and struggle together and practice together. So that's what I hope I will be inviting over time. Alright, bye for now.